Testing, 1, 2, testing. What's going on, guys? Samuel One World from Samuel One World Productions here. Well, but I'm back with another tier list for you all today. Tier list. And it is another one related to Hell's Kitchen. Now, if it goes a while back, I did do a Hell's Kitchen Season 2 list ranking, a video I always wanted to do because I watched the shit out of Hell's Kitchen when I first moved up to Lowell. And it's a show I've pretty much been in love with. I'm happy I was finally able to watch because it is such a addictively bingeable show. The show that honestly I have not stopped watching and looking back at certain moments. So I figured I wanted to do more Hell's Kitchen related content on this channel since it's honestly kind of one of my new favorite shows. Honestly, oh my god, the show is just freaking awesome. Again, I did do a ranking, but I ranked all 21 seasons if you want to check that out. But of course, with on that, I'm not going to do a few other tier list rankings and maybe a couple other videos in the future. And one is doing a winner ranking, where I rank all 21 winners that have appeared on the show so far. Not fun, man. I did this over Big Brother, and I'm going to eventually do that with Survivor once the new season ends. So of course, I'm thinking, why not do Hell's Kitchen now? Similar to what I did Big Brother, I plan on also doing one about the runner-up, the third places, the fourth places, the fifth places, and also when the new season Big Brother Canada ends, I will be doing my fourth place ranking on Big Brothers as well, just to get a heads up. But yes, I'm going to be doing a lot more of these Hell's Kitchen content. This one's ranking all the winners. And again, similar to what I said about my Big Brother winner ranking, this is more based on how much I enjoyed them on screen. Like, maybe some how they perform during services and how they portray on screen could play a factor, but it's more how much I enjoyed them on screen and how much memorable that they are, how much I love seeing them on screen, and maybe how ecstatic I was that they won this season. And Hell's Kitchen definitely has had some top tier winners. Like even though I did put a bad tier on here, I'm not sure that they downright bad winners in Hell's Kitchen. There's just some that are probably just more memorable than others, and that's okay. So, I'm just gonna get the stuff out of the way and not be on the bush. Let's get started, and I'd love to know how you guys would rank all the Hell's Kitchen winners down below in the comments. So let's get it on. I realize I got to do, but whatever. Whatever, but let's start off with Michael Rory from season 1, the first Hell's Kitchen winner. And he is good. To be honest, not much I can really say about Michael, honestly. I mean, he definitely was the winner. He definitely did. He's definitely one that definitely deserved to win, but he's not someone that like instantly popped on screen, though he does have some great moments on the screen, especially with how he displays some strategy, as season 1 is more kind of a strategy game than what we know Hell's Kitchen not to be. And he was kind of one that also did that sabotage thing in the final season, So I'll say a first good solid winner, and I realized I didn't like properly, so I'm just gonna have. So now we have Christina Wilson from season 10. Yeah, so now we have Heather West from season 2. Also another good solid winner. And not thinking of someone that really pops on screen, just a couple less moments. Like, she's someone that definitely I think deserves to rank her chance and great cookies kills how she ended up being a sous chef in season 6 to Ron Ramsay, so clearly she's made a great career ahead of her. But again, not one that I would say popped on the screen, honestly, just for me. But she definitely was a fun character. She definitely had a moment, just not one that instantly pops, if that makes any sense. Then we have Rock Harper, not one of the big successful people from Hell's Kitchen. He definitely belongs in the amazing and great tier. And he definitely may have a bit of too much of a bad temper, but he was still a fun personality. He definitely had some really fun, hilarious moments and great interactions with people. Despite his bad temper, even having a challenge loss that really made him just go crazy, he was definitely one of the more likable people to be on Hell's Kitchen, and I was very satisfied when he won. So yeah, no complaints about Harper. Now we get to Christina McHammer. Definitely one of the more controversial winners of Hell's Kitchen. And she was definitely the first one to feel like, wait, really? She won? She won? And it is more because she was also next to Patricia, who I think a lot of people agree that, also Patricia, rest in peace by the way. A lot of people think that he probably should have won well, it was definitely debated whether or not that Ramsey would have made Patrols the winner if he was like a lot younger, because there was a time where Ramsey didn't want old people winner until the most recent season. So, to be honest, I do like Christina, honestly. I think Christina's actually a pretty good winner and a pretty great character who had a great underdog run, and she was the first winner to get nominated like 5 times in this season. Like, she was one of the winners that got nominated multiple times during the season, like 5 times, I remember correctly. I mean, there's only one just where she even like burned Ramsey's hand twice. Yeah, that's actually happened, but she definitely had a great underdog role and had a really up and down interesting rivalry with Corey throughout the season, and also with Jen as well. She overall was a pretty likable winner, at least. She did anything that really irritated me, so I also why not put her in the amazing tier or great tier. Again, this is not more just based on how they performed, this is more based on how much I enjoyed them. And screw it, I'm putting in the amazing great tier. Well, actually, that's getting popular, but whatever. Now we get to Danny Vetri from season 5. And the first of many winners that's going in the top of the top tier. A project that definitely is probably one of the most likable people to ever be on Hell's Kitchen. The guy was just filled with so much charm. And sure, he had kind of hard-headed moments here and there, but the guy never lost his like great cooking ability, his nice likability to him. He was just a charm to be around. She was a charming person to be around. That definitely made me laugh and smile throughout the season. And also, no winner that really got nominated was one of the most. And was one of those winners that really dominated a lot in the season and won a lot and won some challenges. And he's one of the most talented people to be on Hell's Kitchen, is what I'm saying. So yeah, Danny definitely lands in the top tier. And I'll also say the same thing for Dave Levy, who. What can I say about Dave Levy hasn't already been said? I mean, the guy freaking won the season with a broken wrist for most of the season. That is top tier commitment to do that despite having a painful broken wrist. There's some other people like could easily just been shouldn't just got kicked out of the competition, but he ended up playing through. Like that's impressive. And that guy's just all around very likable. Likable, and he definitely proves his chops on dinner services, and he's definitely one of the most. He's one of those people. Like he's definitely one of the winners that hardly has made like any like true bad mistakes in the show. So. Yeah, all around, Dave Levy definitely belongs in the top tier. Top of the top. Now we get to Harley, who a lot of people definitely agree is probably one of the most lackluster winners of the show. And unfortunately, I'm one of those people. Now, I don't think she's a bad winner by any means, honestly. I think she does some aspects that I think I'll better give credit for. And she definitely has some fun, hilarious moments, and of course, just Josie had a fun relationship with Jay for some of the season, and the story about her being a single mom and everything. But she definitely has some moments. But she definitely is she's definitely one of the more forgettable winners of the show, honestly. And there's still debate that when she won, feel like, wait, she won? Because Jay and a lot of people that Jay should have won this season. I think when I watched this, he's like, Jay on the season because at first see this guy a lot. I remember seeing Jay a lot, but I'll remember more about Jay when we get to the runner-up ranking. But yeah, Harley is going in decent at best here. Then we get to Nona, who a lot of people were considered to probably be the worst winner in Hell's Kitchen, the absolute bottom of the barrel winner in Hell's Kitchen. And I actually don't get that, honestly. I mean, sometimes I can definitely see why people think that, honestly. Like, I'm definitely not that. I mean, season 8 is known being one of the least talented season ever in Hell's Kitchen. And the only reason, and I think the only reason she only won because Russell, the runner-up, which again I'll top out when we get to more when we get to the runner-up ranking, is kind of a douchebag, and he had the worst finale, had terrible finale performance. But I think Noah's I think is a lot more memorable, a lot more fun than people get credit for. And she definitely had her rough moments and it's done the most interesting character in the world, but I don't think she's as bad as something like have to be, though. I can definitely see why through the season, so I'm putting her in the good and solid tier. And then we get to Paul Niederman from season 9. Season 9 is definitely one of the least like a season in Hell's Kitchen, but I think, in my opinion, despite some questionable moments, Paul is definitely one of the more better people on the show because he's definitely one of the most passionate people. I think sometimes a little too passionate, honestly, to being most of my to one of the times that Hell's Kitchen people go out yell at you for little mistakes would annoy me, but I think he did have a Paul in a couple areas, but I mean, I'll say Paul definitely has had a great career ahead of him, and the guy does have his likable moments. He definitely has a great underdog for the season, and it's definitely surprising that he acted Will. Ended up being Will, who is one of the few Hell's Kitchen shows that only have made any mistakes on the show. So that must be why I put him in the good solid tier, or the amazing great tier, because again, the handles are noises, but the guy is just still likable and fun and has some great moments at him, so, also despite the whole Jennifer situation, but we're talking about top at least, but, I'm putting him in the good and solid tier. And then we get to Christina Wilson, who of course is going in the top of the top tier, I mean, of course. If I should look back at Christina's career when she first started off, she's now as a sous chef for Gordon Ramsay and everything, and she's probably the most successful chef to be in Hell's Kitchen. But then she's looking back at her actual season, especially in the first episode, where some people forget that she actually could have been the first food of the season if her team lost. It's no joke. Like, she had a terrible performance in that first episode, but she probably could have eliminated that team lost, and they didn't have Tavon. But I'm still not denying this Christina's like passion and denying her story, her determination, not much having just a great personality and not afraid to let people know how she feels, and she definitely has her baddest moments, and she's an incredibly talented chef, and she definitely deserved to win, that's for sure. And look back, she probably made some more mistakes than you probably would remember her to be. There's no that Christina Wilson definitely has had a great career ahead of her, and it's not hard to see why she definitely is the most successful Hell's Kitchen chef. Again, she's the freaking sous chef for the girls since season 15. And I think after season 19, she has been the sous chef for the rest of the Hell's Kitchen. So it's no surprise that she had a great career. And like even a sous chef, she definitely has a great moment, especially her first appearance. Like, again, Christina Wilson's great for a freaking reason. And so of course she belongs in the top of the top tier. I'm not very when I like them when she deliver the best, or make other people get into, but we'll see how that goes. But yeah. Now we get to Janelle Wood from season 11. And she's the only chef that's going in the A tier. Yeah, honestly, I don't think any chef belongs in the actual bad tier, honestly, because I mentioned, I don't think there's any like very bad Hell's Kitchen winners. There's one of those winners that I'm just like, who was she again? And it's not that she's like a bad winner, honestly. It's not like she's a winner that's like a terrible person or anything. It's just nothing distinct or memorable about her. That's all I can really say, honestly. Like I said, nothing that's memorable about her. Sorry. But now we get to Scott Cummings, the winner of season 12, which, just know, is actually my favorite season of Hell's Kitchen. Scott Cummings definitely has had an interesting career in that season, considering that basically the guy got nominated 7 freaking times in Hell's Kitchen. Like, and yeah, he was not able to win the season. He definitely had a very up and down time on Hell's Kitchen. But he definitely had a great decade story that make you really connect and latch onto him. And I blame most people that get nominated most of the season who just get eliminated at some point. He ended up proving Trent Ramsay well with his skills, and especially at the Final Four past performance, and he really proved himself. So Trent Ramsay was like, hey, this guy should run my restaurants. I mean, it's really what he looks like, but you cannot deny his dedication. You cannot deny his passion. Despite some obviously very rough moments in some portions, like, do you mind you at the Final 6 portion, the Final 7 portion? But the guy is a great player to have on the season. He definitely has a great moment. So, yeah, screw it. I'm putting him top tier. Then we have Latasha from season 13, which, for those who know, season 13 I think is probably the most forgettable season of Hell's Kitchen. So, I'm putting Latasha and the mixed at best category. Because I think she definitely has some moments, but again, now a player I think is like the most memorable player in the world. I mean, in fact, she has a lot more memorable moments than Janelle is what puts Tasha at the mix at best here, but what can you do? Then we get to Megan, who a lot of people arguing is in the debate for probably being the best winning chef in the show's history. So, and she definitely has her great, like, she's only made like one tiny teensy little mistake in the Final 7. And yeah, and like every challenge and every service, she was perfect. She was excellent. It's rare to see that in Hell's Kitchen. Because even some of the other winners and some we talk about later, you have to have their fair share of bad mistakes. I mean, me myself one, but we'll get to that. But so yeah, Megan's going in the top tier. Then we get to Ariel, who is definitely the most surprising winner on this list, considering that she's a big villain. And you don't really see villain win Hell's Kitchen. She's someone that was very villainous from the very start. She definitely has her very catty moments, and she's someone that even from the beginning you would not see. Like if you tell me at the beginning that Ariel would win Hell's Kitchen, like, really? Seriously? She wins Hell's Kitchen? And she does. Usually. And plus, I think in terms of villain characters, Ariel's probably one of the funniest people to be on the show. She definitely has a great quotable lines, some great hilarious moments. Someone who just, when sometimes she's like, oh, this, la la la. But again, when we can't deny her passion, honestly, can't deny her back and forth. She definitely has some rivals, a lot of people, even run up Kristen and some other players, and you just can't help but enjoy her time on screen and watch her quotable, hilarious moments. So I wouldn't say she's a top tier winner, she's still amazing. And I would say this, and then we get, so yeah. But again, we have a villain winner, which I think for me that makes it might have been the most surprising winner in the show's history. But thankfully this is surprising in a good way. Then we get to Ryan from season 16. Again, season 16 was the first season of Hell's Kitchen I watched when it was airing on the channel that I watched it from, so I wasn't sure what to expect, honestly, but Ryan's one of the players I think was definitely quiet a little bit in the beginning, but I think once she definitely, to see her a lot more, she definitely, like, was more fleshed out, and you got to know more of her character, got to know more of her personality, and while I also wouldn't consider her a top tier winner, she's still a great winner, so yeah, she's going in the amazing great tier. Then we get to Michelle. Now, there's definitely a lot of controversy with this win. I think mostly because of the whole Bound of Reef scenario where there's a lot of people saying that Nick in that season should have won that season. And yeah, we'll get that when we get to the third place tier list ranking, but Michelle, I think, honestly, is a great winner, honestly. I've always liked Michelle since 14, and I think this season she definitely has a lot of improvement. She definitely was one of the better bright spots on that season, because again, I think Hell's Kitchen All-Stars is the worst season of Hell's Kitchen, but I think Michelle is definitely one of the better people on that season. She definitely displayed that great personality, but enjoyed from her, but she definitely, you can see the definite improvement as a chef. And it's great that she's showing that could either just been like a third place venture again. They decided to have a final 3 finale, which could have been interesting and great, but they decided to pull some bullshit. But again, we'll get to that when we get to the places, but as a whole, Michelle is going in the great tier. Then we get to Ariel, another Ariel winner from season 18. This was a Rookies vs. Veterans season, and she returned from season 6 where she finished 3rd. And this time, she improved so really, she ended up going in and finishing the season. And winning the season. Again, Ariel is definitely one of the more likable people to be on Hell's Kitchen. She definitely displayed a lot of great passion and personality and likability throughout her on Hell's Kitchen. And you just can't help but enjoy Ariel on her time on the show. And again, there's definitely a lot of passion and love for her as a character, and you definitely feel that in the long relationships with like Brett and Mia and everyone throughout the season. So I'd say one night I put in the top tier, old tier, amazing great tier, but yeah, it's good. She's going top tier. I fucking love Ariel. Then we get to Corey from season 19, Las Vegas. And Corey's an interesting winner, especially. I think a winner I think a lot of people were surprised by. I think in that case, just I think they run up more deserved, and also was much more of an interesting character. I won't say Corey's like a boring character or an interesting character. And like Corey definitely has a great moments. She definitely has a likable moment. She's like, I think she's definitely a little more memorable than people give her credit for, honestly. Honestly, with her culture and heritage being a huge part of herself, and of course her being a mom, and I don't know why some people, I don't know why I always credit so much with people who go through a lot of hardships with being a parent and everything, but hey, they end up working. So that's the one I want to put Corey on, so I'm going to put her in the good solid category. Because I don't think she definitely has the most interesting personality in the world, but her cooking aspect, her heritage, and her story definitely elevates that. I don't think she's had a forgettable and that people say she is, honestly. But now we get to the last two winners on this list. First up, we have Trenton, the winner of Hell's Kitchen Young Guns. And personally, I love Trenton. I think Trenton is a great character. He definitely has his great and hilarious moments throughout the season. They can tell at a certain point that he was definitely a front runner. And you can't help but enjoy his time on screen, his hilarious quotable lines, his kind of fun rivalries with Kaya and Brent throughout some portions of the season. And kind of just very likable, so I'm putting him in the great and amazing tier. And now we get to the last winner on this list from the most recent season. We have Alex from season 21. And the first 40 and older winner of Hell's Kitchen. And, you know, Casino was kind of made to have some basically have 20 somethings versus 40 somethings, and you can tell like in some ways you can tell the point was that team because Gordon Ramsay won the older winner. Sorry. But despite what I feel that freestanding team was good, not great. Alex was definitely one of the best aspects of that season. I think he was definitely a standout from the very beginning. So while that makes it kind of predictable, it doesn't make it any less satisfying. Yeah, another winner that made only one mistake in the final five and was pretty much dominant for a majority of the season. Definitely be one of the best chefs to appear on Hell's Kitchen. So, yeah, screw it. I'm also putting him in top tier. So yeah, that is my Hell's Kitchen tier list ranking, with 21 being. So let's. So I just want to make sure I got the placements right. Okay, with 21 being Janelle from season 11, 20 being Natasha from season 13, 19 Holly from season 7, 18 Heather from season 2, 17 Michael season 1, 16 Paul from season 9, 15 Nona from season 8, 14 Corey from season 19, 13 Christina from season 4, 12 Rock from season 3, 11 Trenton from season 20, 10 Ryan from season 10, 9 Michelle from season 17 All Stars, Ariel from season 15 number 8, Alex number 7 from the recent season 21, Ariel from season 18 number 6, Megan number 5. Again, this is more based on German how to enjoy on screen. 4 Danny from season 5, 3 Christina from season 10 who's now the sous chef, 2 Dane Levy, and my favorite one, and of course my favorite one is Scott Cummings is for my favorite season 12, honestly, he's definitely one of the best, and it's not based on how talented he was, it's more based on how much I enjoyed him on screen, and I definitely always enjoyed every minute that Scott was on screen, especially when he started to show up more. Well guys, that is my ranking of every winner from Hell's Kitchen. I hope you all enjoyed this ranking. Again, I do plan to do ones on the runners-up, on the 3rd places, on the 4th places, maybe on the 5th or 6th places. We shall see how that goes. Yeah, and let me know what are just in general Hell's Kitchen content you want me to see down below. I think I should do ones where I talk about my favorite chefs, my least favorite chefs, and my favorite dinner services. So let me know which ones you want me to see down below in the comments. I am Simon One Wolf Ceremony Productions. I will see you next time as always. Stay cool, everybody. Peace.